but we can make the change that this doesn't happen to another family.
That's right.
And at the end of the day, God sits high and he looks low. I am a true believer, and I trust God wholeheartedly that what has been done to Rasheem Carter, every hand involved, God will deal with them accordingly.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
Amen. Tell me you believe your son was
Amen.
lynched.
And I believe my son was lynched in Mississippi.
Decapitated.
And I believe that his head was decapitated from his body.
And we have to get to the bottom of this. We cannot let them sweep this under the rug. Mississippi, all America is watching to see if you all are going to do right. Mississippi, all America is watching to see if you're going to do right by Rasheem Carter.
What's up, y'all? Jessica checking in. Thank you for tuning into this video. I'm back with an update on the murder of Rasheem Carter. And let me just say that this story is giving me a energy. Like, I feel this interesting feeling like I'm in a historical moment. Like, I don't know, watching these reports, it just makes me feel like we're actually living through the things that we learned about in school. But this time, nobody cares. Nobody's doing anything about it. It feels very weird. If you're unfamiliar with this case, please go back and watch my video about it. It's called The Murder of Rasheem Carter. I go into lots of detail about what happened to Rasheem and what the family's saying about the current investigation going on, or lack thereof. And I'm encouraging you to go watch that video, and then if you haven't already, do your own research into this case and talk about it with people. Talk about it with everybody that you know. We need to really spread the word about this until we have news specials and these mini documentaries and video exposés and video essays popping up. You know, we see them about everything else. A rapper documentary got 3 million views about who he's killed in gang wars, but a black man unarmed trying to go to work, who boss he's not getting along with his white boss, and he's saying this white man is trying to kill me. He's being followed by truckloads of white men. Ain't nobody talking about that. And it's frustrating. It's really, really frustrating. Let's go ahead and get into the update. As you saw in the opening clip, Attorney Ben Crump and Rasheem Carter's mother, Tiffany Carter, held a press conference here in Jackson last week. And during this press conference, they reiterated the circumstances surrounding Rasheem's disappearance and ultimately his death. You can watch that full press conference. It was on May 11th, 2023. You can watch the full press conference on my Patreon. There's a link in the description box to my Patreon. It is a free post. You don't have to have a membership to access it, but from there you'll be able to see the full press conference. But I'm going to be focusing on the latest news that we have in the case, because the press conference just a lot of it was about what we kind of already knew. They were just trying to draw more attention to it. So the latest development in this mystery involves the discovery of a fourth set of bones or remains near the area where Rasheem's remains were found. But this time, there's video evidence of this discovery. So this is the first time that we have any type of video regarding this case. There was a screenshot or a photo from a deer camera where we caught Rasheem, which is probably the last photo of him that was taken alive. But this is a video of bones being discovered. Now, after I finished working on this video, I had put together all my notes, my editing notes and everything. Another update popped up. So I'm going to be talking about two different updates. So first, let's talk about that video. According to Crump, he obtained this video, or his law office obtained this video from a bystander who just happened to be on the scene of the discovery. He didn't show the video or present it during the press conference, but they did release it later. Let's watch.
According to Crump, last week, a bystander recorded deputies finding a fourth set of human remains, what they believe to be an arm with a hand attached.
That is a citizen, a good Samaritan coming forward, trying to tell Tiffany Carter about what he captured on his video and that he believes this may be part of your son's remains.
I have a couple questions about this video. I'm wondering if this person who recorded this video and then provided it to Crump, I'm wondering if they were paid. I don't know if it was a man or a woman. So I'm wondering if this person was paid for this video, because it is very interesting that the attorney would have the video and the police would not. That says that's it means one of two things. One, somebody, there's like this citizen vigilante. Is that the right way to say it? Like, either the people are trying to help the Carter family and they feel compelled to do so because of all the lack of transparency from the police, or this was given to throw them off. I don't know. It just seems weird to me that the news media wouldn't have been the ones to break the discovery of this video, because if it were me and I saw a video of the discovery of bones, and this is like, Taylorsville is what, very small, Laurel is super small, you go through the main little street and then you're out of the city, people know what happened. This has to be like the hottest story going on right now, even if it's not in the media in that area. I'm familiar with that area. So for the whoever filmed this to send it to the attorney and not the news or not the police, that's just weird. It's really, really weird. So Crump, like I said, he obtained the video. He was the one that put it out. And I just think somebody knows what happened. More than one somebody, I'm sure. Somebody knows what happened, or they for sure know more than what we know. And it's just so many questions that we need the answers to, that they should be trying to answer. Whose property was Rasheem's remains found on, and whose property is this from the video? Does that person have any connection to anyone from Rasheem's job? Who potentially were the white men in these white trucks? Who has a white truck in that area? The Family Dollar clerk told the people on the phone, whoever it was that called, can you get phone records to find the phone number? I mean, come on. It's so many questions that we don't have the answers to. One news outlet did interview Rasheem's boss. Haven't seen anybody in Mississippi do it. But one news outlet interviewed him and gave him a longer segment than Rasheem's mama. So it's just, this is sinister, man. It's weird vibes. It's very, very weird. And it's so frustrating because ain't nobody really talking about it. Nobody here in Mississippi, like, where this is ground zero. And it's so disappointing because I don't know if I mentioned it, but my background is in media. I was a reporter. I worked for 2 newspapers. I mean, this ain't nothing that I'm just speculating about. This is my profession, an extension of it for sure. Because I don't report now, but I did, and I'm disappointed that there aren't any deeper stories going on about this. Maybe I need to do it myself because it's so frustrating. Because Rasheem could have been my brother, my cousin, my uncle, and y'all just ain't nobody gonna try to find out what happened. We just gonna take what they giving us. And a man was potentially dismembered by a white mob. Come on now, in 2022. And it's 2023 and they ain't got no answers. They out there like, please help us. Come on, y'all. Y'all talk about spinning a block. Y'all ain't gonna spin shit. So Crump is saying that even though these remains were discovered, and we all just saw it by law enforcement, we saw the police. Why haven't the investigators noted the family or being Crump's office of these findings? Now that's kind of part of the new development. But according to Crump, the family wasn't notified. According to Rasheem's mother, they were not notified. Somebody should at least say, look, we found some bones. We don't know if they're human or not. We just want to let y'all know because we know that y'all been up at night. You can't sleep. It's bothering you. You want to know what happened to your son. So we're just telling you that we found this and we're going to do our best to determine where they came from. They ain't say that to that woman. So the new development, literally from yesterday, I worked on this the 14th of May. Yesterday was the 15th. Today's the 16th. Literally yesterday night, I was in bed and I saw a story about this. And the DA from Simpson County, his name is Chris Hennis, is alleging that Ben Crump is trying to inflame, quote unquote, inflame public opinion. And he's disputing Crump's allegations that the family was not notified of the bones. District Attorney Chris Hennis is saying that the family was notified on May 4th that those bones were found and that they were likely animal bones. Testing has since come back and the bones were animal bones. But my question is, where was this energy when the crime happened? The news is saying, well, WLBT is saying a fiery statement from District Attorney Chris Hennis. Where is it? They didn't even put the statement here on the news story. I'm looking at it now. They didn't put the statement in. There's not even a link to this statement. Where is this statement? Why is it fiery? Where was their energy when the police didn't help this man who came into their police station? Did you make a fiery statement to them? Where was your fiery statement of him being turned away from the police and nobody wanted to give him a ride and there was the last time he was ever seen? Where was your statement then? Where was your statement when the remains were found? It just makes me angry because they think we stupid. They think we don't know our history. They don't think that we're intelligent enough to draw conclusions from what has been presented. Never mind what they're keeping from us, but the stuff that we have seen. His mother is very adamant that he didn't die from natural causes. And you're not about to tell me that this man was being hunted, ran in the Family Dollar to try to, I guess, throw the people off. Somebody calls in there. Then the person who answers the phone tell him he's in here. And you're upset because Ben Crump is saying that this was a lynching? How about you be upset for how law enforcement failed him, Mr. Law Enforcement? Like, what is really going on? What about your concern for his mama? No, all y'all care about is staying on the white supremacist code. And it's so much I want to say. Oh my gosh, it's so much I want to say. Y'all know, like, to be real, and this is a little off topic, but it's not. It relates to this. To be real with you, to speak out at this point, it's almost like with the LGBTQ thing. Speaking about race, holding people accountable, trying to at least. People will counsel you for that. Even just me putting this video out there and sharing what I really think about it, that may turn away. I might lose money for that. I have a business. I have 2 businesses. Somebody might not want to work with me because of what I just said. So I'm trying to be real because having a culture of silence when wrongdoing has been done, it only hurts the victims and it hurts humanity. Because once you can't say this, then the threshold is moved. And you can't say that either. Oh, and now you can't say this and that. You damn sure can't say that. So we're seeing now where we're not even able to talk about stuff that's actually happened out of fear. But I'm not going to be afraid to say what I feel, what I'm seeing, and what anybody with a brain can gather and determine from this situation. But I am trying to be wise and not say everything I want to say, because trust me, it's more there. Now another thing that's making me upset about this whole thing is this rhetoric that I'm seeing online. And now y'all got to remember, and I have to remember this too, a lot of stuff online, especially YouTube and Instagram, those are bots. A lot of those accounts are fake accounts. That a lot of them aren't, they're foreign accounts that are there to encourage division. But even still, it's promoting racism regardless, whether it's a bot or not. Somebody told the bot what to say. The bot ain't just got its own mind. It's been programmed. So regardless of if it's a person or it's a bot, it's still trying to. That's where the inflammation of the public opinion is coming from. These bots. Some of these comments keep dismissing the possibility that Rasheem was decapitated as part of a hate crime. They keep going with the, oh, animals can do this. And the reason that bothers me, it frustrates me, is because that's a deflection. It's not relevant, and it immediately seeks to shift the blame from this potential white mob to an animal by ignoring the circumstances leading up to his disappearance in the first place. And that's something that his aunt mentioned in that press conference. Again, please go watch it. She was toward the end. He had no business in the woods. He was going to work. At this point, he was waiting for somebody to pick him up, and his phone died. His family went to go look for him, but they couldn't find him. That man ain't running no woods. And then y'all acting like we got lions and tigers and shit in Mississippi. How many wild hogs just roaming around? Come on now. And at the end of the day, it's not even about whether or not an animal is capable of decapitating a human. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a black man who was targeted, from his own words, by a white mob made up of men, white men riding in trucks, following him, following tension between him and his boss, to the point where he told his mom, if something happens to me, my boss is responsible. That was his words. It's about him going to the police, telling them these things, them turning him away. He could not stay in there. Refusing him help, would not give him a ride. And a month later, you find his skeleton remains scattered across the woods. Rasheem Carter needs and deserves justice. We should be spreading this story and doing our part to bring widespread national attention to this. Membership-based nonprofit organization You Are the Power is offering a $50,000 reward for, according to a post on the organization's Instagram page. Their reward is for the key tip that leads to the conviction of the person or people responsible for Rasheem's death. So if you listening or watching, or anyone you know has any information, I'm urging you to share it with the family or their representatives. Please. Let's get some answers. Let's get some more movement on this. I appreciate you all watching this video. That's all for the update. Don't forget to like this video, share this video so that it can reach more people. When you like it, when you share it, when you comment, it pushes it higher in the algorithm so more people will see it. And then if you enjoyed this video and want to keep up with this story, or for content that's similar to this, please subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of those uploads. I mentioned in a video or two ago that I am going to start doing more fun, lighthearted stuff, and you'll see those TV reviews and things like that. But that's the way that I take care of myself. You know, it's a form of self-care to escape all this craziness in the world. But if you enjoy this content and want to see more from me, please subscribe. And if you want to support the content, please consider supporting me financially so that I can elevate what I'm doing and that I can stay independent, so that I can maybe do more with this story, maybe talk to his mom, maybe travel there. I don't know. It's more I could do that I'm willing to do and putting a team together to do. But we would need your support financially. And you can do that by joining my Patreon membership. Memberships start at $3 monthly. I have a $3 tier, a $5 tier, and a $10 tier. And so as a member, you get different perks. And one of them is early access to all the videos that I create. So you'll get it at least 24 hours in advance before it's actually published, sometimes longer. But that's just one of the perks. Go ahead and visit my Patreon to learn more. But I will keep you guys updated on this as those updates come out. Until then, I will talk to y'all in the next video. Peace.